Hey, YouTube people, what's happening? Just wanted to talk about just wanted to do another excerpt about Jamaica. This time it's gonna be about, the economy. And what I want to say is that, a lot of people know, a lot of Jamaican people know exactly what I'm gonna talk about. And I know that there's a lot that are going to agree with me, and there might be in the minority a couple that don't agree with me. But let's talk about it anyway. Excuse me. Jamaica's economy is the worst, one of the worst. And I mean, let's not forget that it's a third world country, so I'm gonna give them that. But Jamaica needs to stop call itself a developing country where our economy in terms of, how people survive in Jamaica is not improving. So what are you developing? When you talk about development in Jamaica, what are we really talking about in terms of development? Because all we seem to be doing is selling out all our resources to the Chinese. And they are the ones developing themselves and their country and their buildings and everything in our country. And the people are not developing at all. So when we as Jamaicans hear these politicians talk about Jamaica is a developing country, we need to really sit down and corner them and ask them, when you say development, what are you talking about? What exactly are you talking about? Is it because looking at it from another point of view, Jamaican people are not developing, financially especially, right? And when I left Jamaica, it was, it's one of those reasons why I left is because the economy was horrible. And there are other reasons, and one of the main reasons is that I owned a business and people broke into it and vandalized the equipment, and I didn't have any money to restart my business. So I just closed the business down, and that was it. And that was basically even in the first month I started the business. But I decided I would move to America because I didn't want to deal with that stuff anymore either. So anyway, my 2 cents is this. Jamaican people call other Jamaicans sellouts when we leave Jamaica to make a better lives for ourselves. But let me ask you a question. What do you want us to do? Do you want us to sit there and die with the rest of you? Do you think we deserve to die just because you're dying? That is not your call to make. If we don't want to die with you, we don't want to die with you. You understand? If you can't leave, we're sorry that you can't leave, but we have the opportunity to leave and to make our lives better. Right? And there's no misery love company in this type of thing. You understand? We need to stop doing this whole crab in a barrel mentality where when we see people getting a better chance at life, we want to try and hold them back from doing it. I've heard many times Jamaican people, before I even left Jamaica, they would say to me, don't go to America and live because you will work yourself like a dog and have nothing to show for it. Well, I used to say to them, I'm working myself like a dog right now, and I'm basically not even eating properly. You understand what I'm saying? And then I came to America and I've been working like a dog, and it has turned out way better than when I was in Jamaica working like a dog. Now, a lot of things that I found out, like working in America, there is a bed of roses here, but there's also a bed of thorns here, and it comes down to decisions, and that you have to make your decisions carefully, like who you basically associate yourself with, what you do with your life when you come in America. If you come with the mentality in America that you're gonna work and make yourself better, that's good, because everybody has to start somewhere. So if you start just cleaning out toilets, I can guarantee you in America you won't be cleaning toilets forever unless you want to, because you're gonna basically learn how the economy rolls in America. You're gonna work how the money lasts, and then you're gonna actually find yourself making solutions on how to better your life. In Jamaica, like when you're making money, it's just about straight up survival. right? You could be making money and can't pay rent and have to be dodging your landlord for like a good 2 weeks to 3 months. You know what I mean? You could be working like crazy in Jamaica and realize that, you know, you're not able to buy food. You're not able to put gas in the car. You're not able to pay your car insurance. You're not able to pay for the car. You know, and a lot of Jamaicans experience these type of things, and then we're fed the lie that education is the key, education is the way. Though I do not want to knock that education is very important, we have to address the truth that education um, sometimes falls flat on its back and not able to help anybody, but put us into more debt. So talking about the economy, we all know that America has a better economy than Jamaica does. Now, this is not me saying to Jamaicans that you need to abandon your country and come live in America, right? Because my thing was that if I could have stayed in Jamaica, I would have. I love my country. I want to develop it and the people too. But, I was just taken backwards when my business was broken into, my equipment vandalized, and that I had no money. And Small Business Loans Bureau basically just like brushed me off to the side and say, we don't. But anyway, just looking at it, two things is that, think about it. Work like a dog and get nothing, but work like a dog and get something for it. And that's what America is about. And as I said before, you have to make your decisions carefully. This is not me bashing Jamaica, but the truth of the matter is that we have to start holding our politicians accountable for the things that they promised. You know what I mean? Like, Jamaican people are not like developing as they keep claiming. Our country is not developing because our people keep crying out about crime and violence. We keep crying out about, not having a better life. We keep crying out about being hungry. We keep crying out about the utilities company raising their fees, and we can barely even afford the previous fee. So any way you look at it, the economy is like kind of screwing us over. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents.